Hello, my name is Mark. I'm going to be building a forEach function for you today. It's going to take an collection, either an object or an array or an object, and I'm going to be using a callback. And that's probably the best part about this function is the callback and the functionality. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing that. This is a function expression. Function forEach. I'm using camel case. This function will take two parameters. And the first parameter will be the collection. And the second part will be the callback, the most important part about this function. The first thing I need to do is check to see, so I'm going to use a conditional check to see if this is an array. And one good way to do that is to use the native array.isArray. And that takes the argument of collection. Basically, this checks and sees if this is an array. If it is an array, if this is a true statement, we're going to continue with the loop. And we have a for loop, and it's going to go through collection. So my for loop goes through the collection, and this is line 49. This is where the money is. This is the best part about this function. I'm going to invoke, or I'm going to make a callback, and it's called callback, but line 49 is probably the most important part of this function. And in this case, this callback is going to return the elements. I'm going to go ahead and throw in the indexes, and I will throw in the entire collection. So this will return 3 different values depending on whichever I choose. The second part of this is an else conditional statement, and my else is for the object. So if this is an object, I will be using the for-in loop. And from what I understand, that's for consistency. So I'll get values that I expect to get. So on line 52, I'm for-in looping, and I'm going to invoke my callback again. And special note, basically the parens around this function, around my callback, line 53, that invokes the callback and turns it into a function. So I'm going to return the values of this collection. And I will also return just the keys and the entire collection. So that looks decent. Let's see, my indentation looks fine. So I'm going to go ahead and see if this function works. forEach. And the first time I'm going to give it 2 arguments. And the first one's going to be my array. And I'm going to use my callback function. And I'm going to call these vels. And I'm simply going to console log vels. And I'm broken somewhere, and it's probably my if statement. So get rid of that. There we go. So returning 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to go ahead and see if this works on my object. And we're going to pass in my object. I'm going to do a callback. And this time I'm going to pass in 2 arguments into vals and keys. And I'm going to console log vals and keys. Ta-dum!